What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Brian Mello with Marty's Buick GMC and Chevrolet, and in today's video we're going to be talking about this brand new 2023 GMC Sierra 1500 AT4X. So let's get into it. All right, so today we're talking AT4X, the flagship in GMC's AT4 off-road lineup. As with most of my videos, I'm going to do a quick walk around the exterior of this truck, show you some of the highlighted features there. Once we are done, I will show you the window sticker, and we will go over the interior as well. Just to kick things off, here's a quick look at our key fob. You can see we've got our locker, unlock, remote start, drop the tailgate, panic button, and of course our GMC logo there on the back. Now, the elephant in the room that we will address first thing is, of course, the new bumper for 2023. This is the AEV off-road bumper that you would get on the Bison trucks, but of course you get it standard on the AT4X. Now, it is a nice, big, strong steel bumper. You've got the integrated recovery points. You can see we've got our AEV Bison logo is actually right there. Front parking sensors. You've got your fog lights, so you don't lose out on anything by getting this bumper. I know a lot of times on the aftermarket bumpers, you kind of lose things like your front parking sensors, but that is not going to be an issue for you here. As we go up top, you can see you've got our signature C-notched LED day running lights. Those are powered on and looking beautiful. Black housings in the headlights. You can see your GMC logo right there. AT4X grille, you've got this nickel plating AT4X logo down there in the corner, and if we look underneath our GMC logo, you will see the front camera for our HD surround vision camera system. And I'm just going to step back real quick one more time and give you guys a look at that front end because it is a beauty. Now, one of the benefits of this front bumper is that you're going to get a better approach angle when you're taking this thing off-road. You've got 18-inch blacked out wheels, and those are wrapped in 275/70 Goodyear Wrangler Territory MT tires. I know when the ZR2 first came out in 2022, you had that more OEM style high approach front bumper. They didn't do that on the GMC AT4X for some reason. I'm not really sure why. It would have been nice to see that as an option on this truck. Not really sure why GMC went that route, considering this is supposed to be kind of like the luxury version off-roader, but, you know, what do I know? 6.2-liter V8 under the hood, just get that 420 horsepower engine. Plenty of power, that is for sure. And if I step all the way back here, I'm just going to give you guys a quick side profile of the truck. Now, it is an AT4X, so you've got a 2-inch factory lift, and you've got that DSSV Multimatic suspension. In fact, let me see if I can stick the camera under there so you guys can take a quick peek. Might be able to see it if we go right under there. Incredible suspension. If you haven't had a chance to drive one of these, highly suggest you do that. As we go around the back of the truck, you're going to see it's kind of business as usual back here. You've got your easy step rear bumper. We've got our multi-pro tailgate. We've got our rear backup sensors, trailer tow packages, of course, all set up. You do have your rear backup camera, if I haven't mentioned it yet, because there's cameras everywhere. And then this little guy is actually an LED light that shines down and lights up your trailer hitch. So if you're going to hook something up in the dark, makes your life just a little bit easier. I'll drop the tailgate down really quick so you guys can see inside. Factory spray and bed liner, of course. You got the AT4X embossed on the back of the bed. I think it looks really good. LED interior bed lighting. We've got a full power outlet and, of course, plenty of tie-down hooks for whatever it is that you're gonna have to tie down and make sure it doesn't fly out of the bed. I'm still amazed at how light these tailgates are. All right, now I'm gonna put the window sticker up on the screen right now. I am filming this in 4K, so I'll give you all a second if you want to screenshot this, if you're on your mobile, or if you want to pause the video and you're looking at it on PC. Either way, go ahead and take a quick look. You can see it's the 2023 Sierra 1500 AT4X. We've got Summit White, Obsidian Rush interior, 6.2-liter V8, the 10-speed automatic transmission, and you will see it in your options and pricing. The AT4 high clearance step that I did mention this truck does have, but they are not equipped to the truck yet. MSRP $84,690. And I'm going to go ahead and pull the window sticker off in 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's take a quick peek inside. Now, here's a first look at your Obsidian interior. Now, they call it just Obsidian, but it doesn't really do it much justice. You've got this white piping, contrast stitching. You've also got red stitching as well. And this pulls out, so you've got your 10-quart storage compartment. That's on the back of both seats. Looks really, really nice. I'm a huge fan. I know this has been a little controversial. Some people think, oh, white in an off-road truck's a little much. It's not a ton of white. It does clean really well. You've got the armrest that drops down. You get your cup holders. You do have heated seats back here, so your heated seat controls are right here on the back of the console. USB-C, USB port, your vents. You've also got your pockets on the back of both seats, and I do love these floor mats. So you've got all-weather floor mats. You can see someone stepped on these, but they do pull out. So if you're gonna like go to the beach or something, you don't want to get your floor mats filled with sand, you can pull the carpeting right out of them. It's really easy to do that. I'll back up and show you guys a look at the door. Don't mind the plastic. Like I said, this is fresh off the truck. Believe it or not, they don't show up clean. We have to clean them all up. I assume this truck's probably not going to last for very long. You can see Bose audio. You get the premium audio system in here. You have tweeters in the back. You'll notice on some of the SLTs, lower trim models, you're missing the tweeter in the back. You also got red contrast stitching here, cross-stitched. You've got a textured leather, white piping, white stitching. They did it really well. And this is an ash wood, and this is real wood. It's not just some fake plastic. That is real open pore ash, I believe is the exact wood that was used. Someone can correct me in the comments because one of you guys will know over me. All right, now let's jump up front. I'm gonna just step back and give you guys a quick look at the interior before I hop inside. Absolutely love the interior. One of my favorite parts of this truck. I love the AT4X badging. Once again, that white piping, the contrast stitching, just the whole interior layout in general looks awesome with the different materials that they used on this truck. All right, now it's freezing, so I'm gonna hop inside. I think it's a brisk, God, I wanna say it's 30 degrees today. All right, now I do warn everybody, I do go through the interior relatively quickly. If, of course, you have any questions, concerns, comments, whatever at the end of this video, please feel free to drop a comment down below and I'll try and answer those questions as best as I can. One thing I do want to address is inside the X, you have this micro suede headliner that goes it's the full roof, and it's also down the A pillars and B pillars. Looks really, really nice. Once again, this is supposed to be the luxury, a combination of luxury and off-road, and I think GMC did a really good job at that. But let's dive right in. Over on the left side, you've got your memory seats. We've got our power locks. We've got our power mirror controls, power windows. We've got our electronic parking brake, our four-wheel drive controls, our mode selector. We do have a 2-speed transfer case, of course, so you've got your 4 high and 4 low. Our headlight controls, our gauge cluster brightness. We've got a 15-inch multicolor heads-up display. It's always really difficult to show this thing on video. You can see I'm moving it around right now. It doesn't really give it justice. It is a massive heads-up display. And if that's not enough screen for you, of course, down low, you have your 12.4-inch full-color digital gauge cluster. And this thing's customizable. You can change things up. I usually like to show everyone this one. This is how it should come in default. So you can see my left side info. I'm going to go ahead and go to time and temp. I was pretty close. So it's 32 degrees right now. So now I'm showing my time and temp over on the left, and I can see my mode over there on the right. I'm using this control here in order to make any changes or go through all the information settings. You can see I'm going through everything here. You can change the layouts completely as well. Display layout, I can go to digital. You'll see the entire layout will change. Go to clean. Personally, I kind of like the default look, the classic look. But definitely something fun to take a peek at when you're driving one of these around. I'm sure there'll be some updates too and get us even more options, but for now, this is pretty good. I'm happy with that. Jumping over to the steering wheel, we've got our heated steering wheel, forward collision alert. We've got our cruise controls. You can see we've got paddle shifters in this truck. Minus is down, plus is up. Kind of, you know, makes sense, right? We've got our voice commands. Once again, that toggle to go through the instrument cluster. Volume controls on the back of the steering wheel. I'm going to go ahead and turn our 13.4. I think I said that was the gauge cluster was 13.4. That's 12.3. This is 13.4. I get those confused sometimes. Don't mind me. AM, FM, XM, satellite radio, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You have Google Assistant. You have the Play Store integrated into this thing. Podcasts, your Wi-Fi hotspot. You can actually set your appointments for your service through this thing. It's a wonderful system. It's very fast. When this first launched, it wasn't nearly as fast as it is now. It's gotten much, much quicker as, of course, updates have rolled out. But you can see I'm just going through the menus really quick. I'm not really losing any speed. I'm not getting any lag. And this is the initial map load. So this isn't something that you have to deal with every time you start the truck up. I do really like that they did the split screen here. So if I come down here to maps, I'm folding the map away. You can have your audio over here, and you can have your map over here. Screen is beautiful. Not a lot of glare, and it's hard to tell, but it's actually tilted just slightly towards the driver in order to make it a better viewing experience for, of course, the driver, which is exactly how it should be. I'm going to go over here and give you guys a quick look at your surround vision camera system. So you can see you've got the overhead 360 view. I'm looking at the front of the truck. I can look at the back of the truck. Wherever this yellow dot is the corresponding direction, so back, front. I can look over the front. I can look over the back. These are what I call the curb hunter cameras. So if you're going to park this thing in the city, you got to pull it really close up to a curb. These are great to have so you can get close and not curb the truck's wheels. There's your hitch cam. So if you back this thing up into something, it was your fault because there's a camera for pretty much everything. And of course, that will activate on its own when you put the truck into reverse. I'm not going to go into detail on everything else in here. It can be its whole separate video, but that gives you kind of the basics. Awesome system. I'm a huge fan. So below there, we've got our heated seats. We've got our ventilated seats, HVAC controls. I don't think I need to really go over those. There's your start and stop button. You've got your lane departure warning, parking sensors on or off, auto start and stop, drop the tailgate, hazards, traction control, hill descent control, and these two buttons are the best buttons in the whole truck. These are for your front and rear locking differentials. AT4X, this is pretty much, in my opinion, what you're paying for. The front and rear locking differentials, as well as that DSSV Multimatic suspension and that front bumper. Everything else is just kind of a little bit of icing on the cake. Right here, we've got a USB, we've got a USB-C, we've got a wireless charging mat, trailer brake controller, we've got our electronic shifter. I know this is a little controversial. Honestly, this is not a big deal. I was one of those people that I thought I would hate this thing. I'm so used to it now. Hop in, hit the button, put the truck in drive, get out, put the truck in park. It's really not a big deal. And it actually cleans up this section of the truck. So if you're sitting back, it's almost like one seamless screen. And you got plenty of screens between the 15-inch heads-up display, 12.3-inch gauge cluster, 13.4-inch full-color touch display. Over here, we've got our cup holders. There's your wireless charging dock. Inside, you've got another AC outlet, a USB and a USB-C. We've got a little organizer tray. There's an LED light in there to make sure you can see what you're doing. You've got the Bose audio. The seat that I'm sitting on is massaging. The controls are on the left side of the seat. I'm going to go ahead and hit that, and you will see that activate. So you have a multitude of different massaging options. I like the Wave. Different power settings there. That's giving me a nice massage now. You can adjust the shoulder. You can adjust your lumbar. Your bolstering, everything right in here. And it's actually, I'll show you the button when I jump out. It's right by where you would, recline or bring the seat forward. So it's nice and easy to get to. And it feels great. So it's actually, that's nice. Bose premium audio system in here. You can see you've got the Bose logo right there on the speakers. We've got a glove box up top. We've got a glove box down low. Up here, you can see our HD rear vision camera. So this is what, our rear view mirror, this is what we used to always look at, through the kids, through the screaming. Now we have this nice high definition display. I love it. That is another one of those features I thought I was not going to like. Turns out it's one of my favorite features. Love it. LED interior lighting. We've got the button for our big power moonroof, our power sliding rear window. We've got our OnStar buttons. There is not much that this thing does not have, and I may have even missed a few things. It is Monday after all, so give me a little bit of credit. But that is the quick rundown of this 2023 Sierra AT4X. I'm going to hop out and just show you guys the buttons for the massaging feature. So this button right here is your toggle, and you can go through your different modes by just hitting that button there. That goes through all your different modes, and then you select them with this button here. So there's your massaging seat. What else? Is there anything else that I missed? Probably. You guys will probably get me in the comments. You usually do. I'm going to give you one more quick peek at the front of this thing. As always, I want to thank you all for watching. If you made it this far in the video, if you could do me a huge favor, just smash that like button. Subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. Maybe share this video with a friend. Check out martysparts.com for all your GM OEM parts needs, and I will see you all in the very next video. I'm going to take this thing for a test drive now. Thanks again, guys. Take care.